All right, thank you guys for coming back. Okay, let's wait maybe for 2-3 minutes for people to reconnect for the section. I'm so sorry we had to split these to different sections. Subsequent times, we will upgrade to the pro version of the Zoom so that our meetings is going to be straightforward for the 2 hours. Thank you for your understanding. Okay, I see others are still trying to connect. Please, guys, come back. Let's do the very last section. If you can read me loud and clear, please drop a comment loud and clear, or drop an emoji, a thumbs up. Let me know how many persons can read me. Good. I see people are still trying to connect. Please keep using the link. It's the same link. All you have to do is to join the meeting again. And please remember to mute yourself while you join so that everyone can hear me loud and clear. Okay. I see that from Esther Ibrahim. I see you. Others are still trying to connect. Please, guys, connect. Okay, so far tonight we are still trying to demonstrate the power of Excel. We have used it so far to prepare the spreadsheets for sales records of a particular item over a period of 1 month. So I was trying to plot a graph. Also, you can just plot a graph using one column. That means I want to get a graph of profits. All I need to do is highlight the profits, then go to inserts. Of course, I'm using a line graph. Okay, so this is what the profit looks like from day 1 to day 30. You observe that there are some days where the profit was very low. And of course, day 16 gave us the highest spike, making it the day we had the highest number of profits. Okay, so now this is a graph. We need to format it by adding some properties of a graph. You know that every graph, of course, is supposed to have a title, then our x-axis and y-axis label. So to be able to add a label, click on this plus sign on the right corner of the graph. Then you're going to something like axis title. Yes, axis title is going to appear. Then you can edit it by double clicking inside. I'm going to highlight what is there. So this place is going to represent days. While here represents profits. Okay. Let me move it outside of the range. So this is a fine graph here of profits, representing the days and the profit made. Also, you can choose to plot a different kind of chart. Let me highlight that same profits column again. We can decide to plot the bar charts. So these are bar charts here. So it's going to be many. Awesome. So this is also a different chart type. Every chart type has its own features and how it looks. Rather. You see that this one is just using rectangular bars to represent each day of the month. And of course, day 16 is giving us the highest sales here. So let me format it by adding as this title also. I'm going to edit this to days, and this is profits, and this is profits. Yes. Now I can also add more features to this. I can add the data label, but data label will be okay. Because the data is a very long data, adding the label will make the whole thing look congested. So I'm going to remove the data label. Also, I'm going to move it down. I'm going to move it down. So these two charts here, or graphs, represents the profit margin for this particular item over a period of 1 month. The first graph is a line graph. You can see it's just using lines. While the second one is a bar chart. So any of these two charts can be used to represent the profit margin of the charts. Okay. Now, let me go back to this. Okay. Now, sometimes we want to get the descriptive statistics of a particular value. Let's say now our interest is just on this profit, because this profit is what actually the company has made. So we can be able to get some descriptive statistics about this particular column called profits. So to get all that descriptive statistics, you go from the data menu. Now, by default, like this Excel I'm using here, there's something we need to activate. It is called data analysis. Excel has an add-ins called data analysis, but by default, it is not always active. So I'm going to demonstrate how we need to bring out the data analysis add-ins. Some of us may be very familiar with it. Luckily, it's not on this system, so I'm going to demonstrate. I deactivated it, how to add that Excel add-ins. So very quickly, to bring the data analysis add-ins into Excel, we need to go to File. Then you come down here to Options. Please pay close attention to what I'm doing right now. It's very, very important, because by default, Excel does not activate that particular instruction. So go to Functions, Options, then you locate Add-ins. I'll click on Add-ins. Allow it to load. Good. Now, under this add-ins, it's still loading. Let me give you some time to load. I believe you are all following. Please drop a comment if you're still with me. Drop a comment, drop any emoji. Let me know you're following these steps. Let me give the system a while to be able to load this command. Those viewing from system, I believe you're also following me to do this step right now, so that you can activate the add-ins together. It is taking a little longer than expected to load. Okay, now from the add-ins, I'll have to go back, please. Let me go again. We'll go to File, then Option, then click on Add-ins. Now, under this Manage, you have to select Excel Add-ins. Very, very important. Then click on Go. Now, the add-ins I need is just the Analysis 2 pack. I will click on it and OK. Then you allow it to load. It will take some time to be able to load. Now, pay attention. Can you see on this corner now that we have data analysis? So the data analysis add-ins have been successfully installed into this Excel workspace here. Now, because we have activated the subsequent times that you're going to be using your software, your Excel, you don't need to activate it again. Once you click on your data menu, let's go back to home. Once you click on data menu now, go to the right end, you see data analysis. Now let's see some of the things that you can do from there. Okay, from this data analysis 2 pack, this is really where Excel does a lot of statistical computations, ranging from ANOVA to t-test to exponential smoothing to ranking to regression models and all that. Okay, but what I really want to do now is I need to get the descriptive statistics of this particular column called margin. Descriptive statistics include your mean, your median, your mode, your minimum value, maximum value. Of course, from there you get the range, standard deviation, and others. So all I have to do that now, since my data analysis add-ins have been successfully activated, I will highlight this column for profits, the entire column. Remember, I won't add the total. Luckily, I've been able to separate it with a different highlights. So come to my data analysis, click on data analysis here. Then I'll click on descriptive statistics and OK. Good. Now, this pane appears here, this dialog box. Now, inside the input range, this is now where I am going to put my input range. Observe also that I highlighted the profit margin, which is the label itself. So because I highlighted the label, I'll have to click on label in first row. The first row will give us the label. Okay, so having done all that, also, I want my output to display on a new worksheet. Remember, I said worksheets, each of these pages you see here in Excel are called worksheets, while the entire file itself is called a workbook. So worksheets are like different segments in a workbook. So I want it to display on the new page. So new workbook. Okay. So at least one of these statistics must be selected. I'll just select summary statistics, which is enough. And then, okay. Good. So this is the output we have here. Let me expand this page. Now have this output. It has been able to compute the mean, the standard error, median mode, standard deviation, variance for this particular column called profits. Now let's say I am interested in getting the descriptive statistics for each other column that we have here. So very simple. I'll still go back to my data analysis, then click on descriptive statistics. Okay. But this time now in my input range, let me say I want to compute the descriptive statistics from here, because these ones are flat rates from TSP up to my profit margin. I will highlight the entire data, this range. Remember not to include the total. So this one now is taken from H to L, the entire area here, and everything is set. Add label to the first row. Remember to add that. Then the output should be displayed on a new sheet. And of course, the summary statistics should come with it. And okay, awesome. Now you see this. This is now the descriptive statistics for each particular column. We'll have the TSP, we have the TCP, we have the VAT, we have the gross CSP, and of course the profit margin. Now, this first column here is displaying the statistics, why this is the value. So I may just have to format this a little by cutting this Ctrl+X and then paste it here. Then I'll come here and call here statistic. Statistics. So the statistic is each of these measures here. Now that means I may just have to move these captions. Ctrl+X, Ctrl+V, and then delete this column. If I want to delete an entire column, you just need to highlight that column and then right-click there and choose delete. Good. If I want to reinsert it, I'll still click there, right-click and choose insert. You see it's back. Okay, let me undo that. Similarly, I will cut the VAT and move it to the value while I delete this column. I want to use just the first column to show the statistics for each of them. And also my gross TSP, I'll move it to this place. And then I will delete that column. And finally, my profit margin, I will cut it to this other column and then delete this caption. Awesome. Now I notice that we have a better view. So the first is the statistic, then followed by each particular parameter we are looking at. And then you can see the side-by-side values of the mean, the standard error, and all that. Now there's something that's some formatting. Let's come back to the home. Now you observe that this is supposed to be standard error and this is standard deviation, but they are not showing fully in the boxes. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to text wrap. I'm going to text wrap. There are two functions. One is merge text. The other one is to text wrap. So let me text wrap the whole of this area. I'll highlight it. Then say text wrap. Text wrap simply means as long as I'm in this column, whatever I type should remain in that column. It can expand the size of the column, but it shouldn't exceed to the next column. So by doing that text wrap, you see that everything is now shown fully. Now, you know that spreadsheets are usually represented in tabular forms, but the lines you're seeing here in Excel are not tables. These are just spreadsheet lines. Sometimes you need to format your results to give it a great look. Firstly, let's look at how this file will look like if we print it. So go to File, do have print? Yes, if you go to print, I think it's going to preview. Okay, can you see this? This is the preview of what the file will look like if we print it. Now, there are different table styles that can be applied. First, let me highlight the entire data. I think I also need to test wrap this column. So I will test wrap it. Good. So I'm going to highlight the entire data. I want to apply a table to it. It's very simple. If you come to this place here, this place is where you apply your border. We'll call it border lines and all that. So there are different kinds of border. Firstly, if I want to remove the entire border from the work, I will say no border. Don't bother me. Yes, I think that's what it means. So all border have been successfully removed. Now let me apply a complete border to the file. So I'll come here and select all border. Good. Now you see this. Now let's go back to print preview and see what we have. So if we are to print that file, this is how it is going to display. You see now that every data point here has a border. Okay. Now let me undo that, Ctrl+Z. There are also other finer border styles with the ones that just take 3 lines, 3-line border. If I want to apply a 3-line border, I'll just come to this place, choose top and bottom. Then there's top and bottom. Top and bottom borders, that's fine. So, and also select this first row, which is the captions, and then also click on top and bottom border. Now let's preview and see how this border style looks like. Preview, go to print. Good. Those in academia, when you're doing your reports, this is usually the best way to present your results using 3-line borders. So this is how to do that in Microsoft Excel. All right. Now, one other thing is Excel is used to do computation. However, your results should not stay in Excel. Please, are we following? I need to see comments. If we are all following, if we are following, please, I need to see. Please put a comment like if I should write on. Let me know if I should write on. And if we are following with what we are discussing tonight, I need to see your comment, please. Okay, I see that. Okay, now I want to start exporting my results to a document so that I can format it correctly. Okay. So first off, let me come back to the practical file. Now we'll have this file here already with the table on it. Let me preview this and see what it looks like. Now observe that some part of it have been cut off, probably because this spreadsheet is a landscape, but we are working from a portrait page. So I can change my page format from page layouts. Then you see orientation. I can change my formats to landscape. Yes. Now I have a landscape page. Now I want to export each of these data to MS Word. I will launch my Word documents. Okay, I was muted. Can you hear me now, please? I'm trying to launch the Word. Okay, that's launched. Let me share the screen now. Okay. All right, so this is my Word document screen. This is where I want to drop my files, the analysis result I've obtained. So I'm going to call this sales reports. For April 2023. And because that file we have there, the spreadsheet is a landscape, I'm still going to go back to my page setup to change to landscape. So I'll change my orientation to a landscape. Okay, now I can now come back to my Excel and copy the entire file I've created here together with the total. Okay, up to this point, right click, copy. Then I will open my Microsoft Word documents and paste. You can simply paste with Ctrl V. Give it a while. Okay, so this is the spreadsheet we have here. Let's see if it's captured everything. Now, observe that some items have been skipped. So we are just going to do a form of adjustments so that we can be able to get those items that are not added here. So I'm going to keep adjusting these documents. Those familiar with Microsoft will know that from here you can make adjustments. Remember that we could have also made this adjustment from Excel. I think we should go back to Excel and make the adjustment. Let me delete this. Back to Excel. Escape. Some of these columns are big. I can reduce their sizes. Okay. Like this is big. I can reduce it a little. Now, this process of formatting enables you to be able to arrange your data in such a way that it can fit into your documents, your page. Because if your document is not all captioned, it wouldn't make complete meaning. Sometimes, if the data is very long, you can as well reduce the font sizes. When you reduce font sizes, this place is showing, I can apply that, go back to home, and then apply text wrapping. Good. I can text wrap this place. So I can even adjust a little. Of course, this rank can be reduced again. Now let me copy this one and see what it looks like. Highlights the entire work area. Oh, some are not showing very clearly. I need to expand here. Those are showing hash. If you copy it that way to Word, I think they're also going to display in hash. So that's why I need to adjust it before moving it to your Microsoft Word documents. Very important. Okay, all is good now. So I'm going to highlight this work, the entire work here that I've done, this entire analysis. I will highlight it. Let me apply a border to this. Okay, copy. Now to Word. I believe we can see this Word document. I shared the screen. Okay. Oh, we have everything in one page. Perfect. This is beautiful. So the serial number running from number 1, it cuts across pages now up to number 30. I think I can adjust my page a little to capture that last line. If you adjust your margin, if I adjust my margin a little, I believe the last line can be captured. Let me check. I can also adjust the bottom margin. Good, it has been captured now. So the whole document now is in 2 pages of a landscape documents. And the format is beautiful. All the way from Excel, we have exported this to Microsoft Word documents. Now I'm going to enter. So, okay, our time is really running out. I'm going to conclude this session now. So, graphs. Now remember we plotted 2 graphs. Let me demonstrate how to bring them. So this is the first graph. I can click on this, Ctrl+C to copy it, come to Word documents, and Ctrl+V to paste it. This is beautiful. You can expand it. You can increase the size now, since this is a landscape document. The first section is ending. Good. I can enter, then come back to Excel, copy the second graph or charts rather to Word. And I can also expand it. Yes. Sometimes it's good to have these graphs to be very big so that each data points and each line can be seen very fine. Okay, so these are the results we've obtained. Remember, what was given to us is just simply the sales record, that is the units sold and the date of sales. Okay, and we are told the fixed prices. We've been able to use all that now to compute the sales price, cost price, total sales price, total cost price, the VAT, the gross domestic product, and then we've been able to compute the profit margin and also use the nested if statements to apply a gift to each of the sales personnel for this particular days. And then the last column here represents the rank, showing you which particular day we made the best sales, which of course, we have seen that on the 16 here, we have the best sales, giving us a profit of 11,420. So Excel is a very powerful tool. However, we cannot be able to exhaust everything that can be done in Microsoft Excel in just one class. That is why I intend to run this as a series of teaching so that participants can be able to acquire these digital skills which are necessary in our various fields of endeavor. Drop a comment if you're still here with me. If you're still with me, drop a comment if you're following. And if you have a question that you wish to ask, the floor is open now because this session is just about to end. Good. So how many of us enjoyed the class tonight? If you like what you've received tonight, drop a comment to that. Okay, and also how many persons would like to this class to hold subsequent times? Of course, in a one-section Zoom meeting that won't be broken again. So now I'm asking you this question. So we are here. Do you want more of this kind of webinar on different aspects of Excel? Excel is really vast, from pivot tables to how to do sorting and filtrations and all that, and the graphing, and especially the statistical tools that are embedded in Excel, ranging from regression analysis, analysis of variance, correlation, the t-test, the z-test, and the rest of it. How many persons will be interested to learn more on similar topics, such topics? How many persons will be interested? Okay. All right. So by this class, this is actually how we have programmed to run the section. Now, as KD Concepts, we offer statistical software teachings like the Excel, the SPSS, eViews, R, Python, and other softwares for data analysis. However, for this webinar, we are doing a promotion. And this promotion, if you look here, we'll call it Basic and Advanced Data Analysis using Excel and SPSS. Due to time, we were unable to use the SPSS, but subsequently we'll use it. This section is already ending. So the course contains these 4 items. These are the items you're going to receive from the course. 6 weeks intensive data analysis class, twice weekly with daily interaction. And this is worth 50,000 Naira. Detailed recorded videos of other experts will also be given to you so that you can practice by yourself at your own time. Then We're also going to introduce you to how to work with Excel, how to work as a freelancer using the skills you have obtained from Excel and make some money. And this course is worth almost 30,000. And then you also have an opportunity of working with us. So all this we are doing now for a period of 6 weeks for a rate of 5,000 naira only. This same post is going to be left on the group. So as many that may be interested in